Yo, Desert Armory, what's up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? My guy Chris, what up? What up? How y'all doing on this great afternoon? Appreciate y'all catching me on the early side. Yeah, how y'all doing? How y'all doing today? System, what up? What up? Felt achy this morning and stuffed up. Stay home from church. Ooh, my brother. Hope the best for you, Mike. Guy, you was doing that heavy lifting the other day. I'm pretty sure it's still catching up with you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hope you feel better soon, my brother. Chris said, "What's all this? That thing is long." That's a you talking about the Rossi in the middle? That's a 410, my brother. That's not what she said. Said, is that a 1911 right there? Yes, yeah, system. That's what you're looking at. You got your micro right above, right under it to the left, and then the one on top is a full size 1911. If I showed y'all what was in this bowl, y'all would roast the shit out of me. Ain't too many people in here. So we got some eggs, some oatmeal, and some fucking sausage with some cheddar in it. Type shit. Made by yours truly. It's my little amalgamation of shit. So do you think the 1911 is overrated due to movies and video games, or you think it's cool and still has its uses? Oh no, I fucks with the 1911s now. I feel like it's I ain't even gonna say half and half. It might be like a 60-40 thing. Some people, yeah, get the hype off of the movies and stuff, and then want to get into it. I feel like a lot of people might over expect from the platform. You know what I'm saying? They might think, oh, just because it's 1911, two world wars, I should be able to touch it and just hit dead on without any. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I show them love for what they is. I shoot better with my 1911s than a lot of these striker fired pistols. You feel me? So I always show them shit some love. Say that pistol spots actually look good. Appreciate you, Chris. Like I said, I'm just trying some new things out. Some new angles, different ways to hold them up, shit like that. I ain't want to always, put them on the table on the floor. I ain't got none of them fancy joints that hold it up for you. You know what I'm saying? The little things that slide down the barrel and all that nice shit. So we working on it. And yeah, for now, just trying new shit. So can you explain basically what a striker fire is? Um. So yeah, basically, hold on. What was the second question? Just something to do with the hammer. So yeah, basically, striker fire and hammer fire is your two main platforms of pistols. There's other options too, but striker fire and hammer fire is gonna be your main ones. Uh, I'm gonna probably butcher this a little bit, but I give you the the general gist of it. So striker fire, you have an internal mechanism that's going along with your firing pin, that's engaging your firing pin. You know what I'm saying? So when you pull the trigger, most of them have like a firing pin lock or a block or something like that that's holding it up. As soon as you pull the trigger, there's a free in that lock that engages the firing pin. Um, Damn, if I had some internals in this slide, I could probably explain it a lot better. So like even now, this right here, this is a G2C slide. This is one of my little projects I'm working on, but it ain't got no internals in it. You know what I'm saying? But this is like what you would expect to see in a striker fire pistol. I wish I could get you some light in there. But you got your firing pin retainer, you got your units that's holding all that in place. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these hammer fire pistols, you kind of working with a whole different system. Not really a whole different system. It's just instead of your internal trigger mechanism that's got the lock and all of that, you really just working with the hammer. The lock engages with the hammer instead of your internal mechanism. You know what I'm saying? 86K go away a bit. You stupid, Chris. But yes, it's a difference. A lot of people in the community go off of kind of a one or the other standpoint. A lot of people love their hammer fire pistols. They love the accuracy of them. A lot of people they'll say that they hold up more with reliability, but that's you know here or there. It depends on what you're looking at, how you touching it. But yeah, you're kind of correct. With your initial question, it's more just hammer related, actual striker related, the build of the pistol related, stuff like that. So yeah, like I said, I might have butchered that a little bit, but I hope I gave you the good general gist of what you're trying to understand. You know what I'm saying? G go, what it do? What up? What up? How you doing? Yeah, man, I said it earlier, but yeah, how my folks doing today, man? Mm, I'm trying to finish my food up at the same time. Rough fingernails look like measuring scoop. Scrambling coats. Hey yo. Yep, in the house. What up, Jigo? Hope you doing good. I keep these motherfuckers healthy, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get with you real quick. I know it's a super open question, but what's the way weapons jam is it due to the slide and striker fire? And what topics are on your mind? Well, I answer your first question. Like you said, that's a super open one. You're not wrong by asking it. You know what I'm saying? You on the right, path of thinking. But to give you a general gist of jams, that's a lot. Some jams could be trigger related, internal springs, external things. It could be ammo related, mag related. It's a large breakdown when it comes to malfunction. Sometimes it's the shooter. It's not even always the pistol. You could just be holding the gun completely wrong just because you're used to a different platform. A lot of people had that issues either switching to Glock or out of Glock with the whole different grip angle. Some shit that they call Glock wrist, where if you hold it wrong, you'll be running into jams consistently. You just got to get in there and get your purchase right. So yeah, with the jam wise, that's a big conversation. That is like a super open topic because everybody's gonna have a different opinion. Try to break it down to you in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow, my brother. Try again. I appreciate you though. I ain't got none of my mods in right now. Mine's about half only. Don't got enough money for that. What you talking about, Chris? But yeah, system. You know, like I said, I hope I'm giving you the general gist of what you're trying to, get a hold of information wise. But yeah, I would have to kind of go pistol by pistol, part by part, brand by brand, because everything is different with certain things. You might get a series of pistols from one year and they're fucking awesome. You might buy the same pistol 5 years later, get a bad batch and it's a jam artist, but you got your different reasons behind it. So, uh, yeah, that's a hard one to get into. What's up, Soy? How you doing? How you doing? Like I said, my fault, y'all. Y'all gonna hear me taking bites every now and again. I'm almost done. But you said, do you have a favorite type of mag or brand of mag? Do mags not work that way? Oh, sorry for the questions. Super no, do much respect. Oh yeah, no system. You know you always good. Like I said, that's what I'm here for, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I love to take the time. Now, like I said, some of these topics would take, a whole entire breakdown. It might take a minute, stuff like that. I could probably dedicate some topics to it on the content, shit like that. But right here, some of these topics is like, God, dog, we could really delve into this shit. Now, I'm down for it, but just for the sake of the moment, I'm gonna give you the best general gist that I can. Um, now with mags, that's kind of another broad one too. So like certain pistols use proprietary mags. Some of them got like a large run section that you can use. Like you can use shit that's not even the same brand. The mags will fit in it, stuff like that. Uh, so for the most part, like with my pistols, I try to just stay with what the fuck it come with. Like for my Taurus pistols, I usually just try to stick with Taurus mags. You might be able to run something from a different series, but as long as if it's a 9, it's gonna rock. Uh, Not really saying it like that, because sometimes you can have something from a different series, like the same series, but a different pistol, and they don't work that way. Uh, so yeah, having a favorite like branding wise, you know, I don't like any type of mag that hold 5, 6 shots, stuff like that. So if you're going off of capacity, like Canik, Sig, and all that, they give you your 17, 18 shots and shit. Yeah, I feel like they got a lot of that on lock. But just going off of the branding itself, not really like a favorite brand. But then if you bring up like ARs and stuff, a lot of people run like Metgar mags, Metal mags, Colt mags, like the OG mags from back in the day that came with like a lot of the older style rifles. The mags were just super solid, shit like that. Like you delve into AKs, and everybody tell you to run the Metal mags, fuck Pro mags, stuff like that. So like you might have a couple brands to stay away from, but like favorite wise, you know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of dependence. So how many years total did it take this collection? That's a great question, Chris. If I gave you the straightest answer I could, a lot of these are my newer ones. I'm 28, my brother. I started collecting pretty much as soon as I was able to start getting rifles and pistols and stuff. I started with my rifles first, so pretty much I started at 18. I got a couple of my ones that I've had the entire time, stuff like that. But a lot of what you're looking at is pretty much my newer stuff that I'm actually concealing. A lot of my older stuff, I just kind of take care of it, put it up. I might take it to the range every now and again, but they kind of, that's for the fam in the future. A lot of my first ones got my real nice shit, so I keep that on the put down. You know what I'm saying? To DNH mags are the number one mags in the world for AR-15s. DNH, which fuck. Mm, I'm running Blake on DNH right now. What's up, William? See the hair fake toys. What's up, girl G's? How you doing, my brother? Yes, you looking at an H&R partner? You know what I'm saying? One of my little basic joints. That's the one I always say I ain't shot yet. She well put together. You know what I'm saying? Uh, can you even see them? You can't. But I got some slugs behind it, and then I got some upland steel 20 gauges right there. But she can't shoot the 20 gauges though. I just had them in the same little sack that I keep it in. Thinking about getting the Keltec Substance KM40. What you think about them? Oh yeah, Sergio, I love that. The Keltec is one of my favorites in my collection right now. I love how it shoot. It's super reliable. It don't jam up on me like that. It don't get hot too much after too many shots. I want to put a muzzle device on it. I'm pretty sure all of them come threaded. I'm pretty sure there's not a model that doesn't come threaded. Uh, but I have the 9mm. Personally, I do want the 40. The 40 is what I had my eyes on. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't get my hands on it at the time, so I got the 9. So personally, I say run it. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, you talking about something that I wanted for myself. You feel me? But dress up wise, all that, I pretty much keep it as a bag gun. Like I actually use that motherfucker. She come with me a lot. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much I just put the flashlight on it just cause like some of the places I've been going recently, where I've been having my bag and stuff, staying in hotels, just staying on a cheaper route. So you might be in a dark side somewhere, something like that. So I keep it in the bag, just with a little simple light on it, something that's just gonna work and be effective. I ain't really tripping on the setup just yet, but I do want to set me up a little shopping cart of stuff that I want to put on in the long run. So I've been looking at options, hearing out chat. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. To answer your question, if you getting it in that 40, run that motherfucker, dog. They personally shoot good to me. I put it in a bunch of amateurs' hands, even my own hands, you know what I'm saying? And that shit shoot good, straight. I'm on target with it pretty consistently, you know what I'm saying? Mm. Which one you talking about, grilled? The Shotty or the Keltec? I'm pretty sure you got both. But yeah, which one you talking about? The partner, I've been looking for some. I think a few of y'all actually got one of these. I've been looking for some actual like information and reviews and stuff on it to see how people like it. Cause I mean, for a Shotty, nothing shakes, nothing moves. You know what I'm saying? Are you talking about the H&R? Okay, yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nothing shake, nothing move on it. I kind of, it's as sturdy as I would expect a shotgun to be. But this is my step into shotguns. So besides that 410, but I had 12 gauge first. And I started to want to step down to the 410 just to get used to the platform. It's just a little break action type of thing. So yeah, I wanted to start with 410. I got some just Clanfield, nothing too crazy just to start with, and then I was working my way up to the partner, you know what I'm saying? So I just do got some 20 gauges over there just in case I do run into somebody with a 20 gauge. I'll be like, I got my own ammo, you know what I'm saying? Let me try it out, see if I can get used to the platform, stuff like that. But right now, yeah, no, I haven't touched the shotgun platform pretty much besides what's the 410. Right. You said it's 870 clone. Facts. So yeah, once I do get right, I wanted to maybe, because I'm pretty sure they said most of the parts and pieces are not necessarily interchangeable, but most of the kits that you can get, like if I wanted to switch my where you charge it from and all that, you could put some colors on it, switch it out with some of the 870s. But yeah, I was just gonna wait to get into that. I ain't want to dress it up, and I don't even know if I'm good with 12 gauge just yet. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I was really concerned about is that buttstock. If I can switch it up and get something more comfortable before I even shoot it, then yeah, I would much rather do that. But I do want to just shoot it with what it come with. Lee Carson, what's up? What's up? That's some nice stuff. I appreciate you. Said, would you ever post some training? Yeah, I want to in the future. Um, I'm just getting into the YouTube stuff. So I say older me I wasn't really into the cameras, recording, doing all that, you know what I'm saying? The community I'm in now, they was real encouraging with stuff like that, get into it. So I got some older stuff that I might, throw out there just from the videos I do got, but I ain't trained in a good little second. So my newer stuff, the stuff that I'm getting into now is what I really want to put out. But I do got some older stuff that I could, circulate, talk about, use as my, foundation of a conversation and stuff like that. But yeah, I ain't against it though. Like if you asking, just in general, nah, I ain't against nothing like that. I don't gatekeep the training process. You know what I'm saying? That's safety. That's a part of the firearms community in its own. You know what I'm saying? So we talk about CQB training, post shots, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't against it. See, I got the Magpul furniture. Ooh, the stock fit. Not perfect, but it's fine. Okay, okay. See, yeah, Magpul seems like a good idea too. I'm not against Magpul at all. Um, I'm not sure off the top of my head what that stock is either branded as or how they do that. But yeah, it's just the one. I'm assuming that just comes with the rifle, or it comes with the shotgun. I'm sorry. Phoenix, what's up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing on this fine afternoon? He said, is that a 45 or a 10? If you're talking about the 1911, that's a 45. I'll give y'all a walk down in just a second. I'll get with y'all. Say you can't hit shit past 20 yards. What's up, Funky Fish? You said that like you know me personally. Got to brush the teeth. Yes, sir. Please do. Please do. What's up, Simba? How you doing, my brother? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How you doing? Says the hold on, let this loud ass fucking boat pass by. Okay, now I can hear shit. The Keltec worth getting. Hold on. Is the Keltec worth getting about? Oh shit. Okay, my fault. I can't read for a second. Worth thinking about getting next. Nah, yeah, I fucks with the Keltec ski. That's the 9mm you looking at. So I personally actually really like the 9mm. I haven't stepped anything above that. So personally with the 9, shot retention, sight picture, with the irons, all that good shit. I like it. It's real good to keep on target. You know what I'm saying? I use 22 round mags, and I could personally probably put fucking 17 in the red. You know what I'm saying? Like she real accurate. Like that's the one thing I wish I could gripe on a little bit more is like the actual accuracy of that Keltec is like fucking surprising to me every time I shoot it. You know what I'm saying? Most people see it, they talk a little bit of shit, and then I hand it to them like, "Hey, dog, yeah, nah, like you talking shit, shoot it at some paper. Like I know you're not finna shoot bad on purpose. You know what I'm saying?" And then they shoot it at some paper, and they come back like, "Oh yeah, like shit, this a nice motherfucker. Like it's a Keltec. I'm still gonna laugh at it, but it shoot good." So like I still make my jokes on it. It's a fucking Keltec. Like of course we can laugh at, it, but go point that motherfucker at some paper. You know what I'm saying? And shit. But I haven't done too much distance with it, nothing like that. As you can see, it's not too much dressed up. I haven't put no optics on it. Tried it out at nothing pretty much past 75. So I will say that you know what I'm saying. I'm not vouching that hard as in like it's your perfect distance PCC the whole nine, but I'm pretty sure if you're using it as a bag gun and that's personal self protection, you use this motherfucker between 20, you know, 55 yards, something like that. Between if you're using it as a PCC, you good. I preach to that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Said chilling, need a nap in the middle of the day like that. Nah, I feel you. I feel you. What's up, Mike? He said looks nice. What's next? Working on a few things next, my brother. I got my eyes on some things. I got my eyes on some things. We just chilling right now. I'm trying to finish everything that I got before I start looking at new shit or even taking too much things into consideration. The foregrip is very tight. You need to put the action bar in the freezer and put the heater on the foregrip and then slip it on fast. Oh, like how they be saying do it with the actual like pistol grips and stuff. You gotta formulate it to it so it's tight fit once you drop it in. For sure. Got you. He said, Mike said you must not like 9 millimeter. Damn, how you know that? I never have said no, I don't like it. Just my personal thing, especially if I'm at the range, just having fun. I like kick. I like recoil. You know what I'm saying? So I got some pretty high good, spicy ass nines and shit. But I like a kick when I shoot. Just especially if I'm just having fun. I'm not always just out there trying to hit the center of the target. You know what I'm saying? I like shooting the guns just to shoot the guns. So like I said, I ain't gonna say I don't like nines, but I have way more fun with my high recoil weapons. That's what I shoot the most of, kind of just for the fun of it. But my practice, my actual terms, what I train when I carry all that extra shit, all my pistols and all that. Nah, yeah, we don't really play around with that shit too much. But I do got a couple of 10 millimeters and real high grain 45s that I really like to keep around. You know what I'm saying? Funky is standing on business. That's on everything. God damn. Where you from, Funky? You know me? Sometimes I gotta remember I'm on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I have to go to the world of sleepies. I always appreciate you, Phoenix, my brother. Do your thing, do your thing. Is that the 9 or the 40 Caltech? However you say it. Oh, that's the 9, my brother. They got I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna miss one. They got the 9, a 40, a 10 millimeter, a 5.7, and I don't know if there's a 45 or anything on the in between of that. So like I said, I'm probably gonna miss one or two. But those are the four I know exist for a fact. What's up, Jordan? You said, do I like suppressors? Of course I like them. I haven't touched too many of them. Uh, I've had a couple of those faux suppressors, the ones that just, thread on. They're not actually an active suppressor. They've came with a few of the rifles that I've gotten in the past. If you check out the channel, my Keltec rock one of them ones that look like a suppressor, but it's not a suppressor. It's just for a 22. You know what I'm saying? So I don't got much experience with them, but for what I'm touching, you know what I'm saying? I only really would throw it on the 300. Everything else, like I said, I like kick. I like my shit to be loud, unless otherwise needed. So I plan on getting one or two in the future, but I personally don't see myself dedicating too much to suppression. Like I said, I'm probably gonna build an actual dedicated suppressed rifle, and then push it from there. Said, what's your EDC rotation? Shit, Mike. I'm not even trying to be one of these people because I hate pointing people to my channel. But everything you see on my channel is what I circulate, my brother. Uh, Everything you see on this grate right now, the 45, the Ruger, my Kimber, all that. That's this. Everything you see on my channel is my EDCs, my brother. Like I said, it's others. We're gonna drip feed the channel a little bit too, as far as the cool shit and all that. But what I'm here to talk about and what I actually say I know my information on is what I carry the most. You feel me? So that's what I put on the channel. That's the stuff that I put in your face because I could stand on business with that. You know what I'm saying? I've put my thousands of rounds through everything in front of you. So that's what I'm confident on. That's what I could talk about. The stuff that is kind of new to me, that y'all might have some questions on it that I might not know how to answer because I ain't touched it yet or I ain't that far in my knowledge. You feel me? So yeah, EDC wise, you know what I'm saying? Check out the channel, my brother. Everything you see me do, I'm posting some actual reviews. Like I'm gonna go bust down and do some reviews on the actual pistols themselves. Give you the thought process on them, show you how they rock. Some of them ambi, some of them might be regular striker fire, stuff like that. I'm just give them a good little rundown, put the content out wise. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, beyond that, again, everything you seeing is pretty much that. Got the first Omega. 9K is fat, but it works great. Them Omegas I hear a lot of good about. I never hear people say like the fatness or like a weight thing or anything like that. But I hear some good about them though. He said Funky is standing on business. I know you can't hit anything past 10 feet with any of them pistols. Damn, 10 feet. God damn. Well, shit. How long? How far can you shoot, Funky? I got some content coming for y'all soon, man. Y'all will see some of these distance shots and all that. Like I said, I'm just picking up the actual camera. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really a recorder and all that shit back in the day. So right now, y'all gonna see me picking it up, but I missed a lot. I touched a lot, but I ain't document that shit. So, on the internet it's like it never happened. You feel me? But if you know, you know. What's up, Smoke? Green Smoke, what up, my brother? Said it's at a 22 rifle. Which one you talking about, Mike? Can I do this from right here? I can. Hey, we got Green Smoke in the building. Appreciate you showing love, my brother. Oh shit, we got J Dog in the building. Yes, sir. What up, my brother? Oh shit, I just he said I ain't even gonna replace it, my brother. I ain't gonna do you like that because I fuck with both of y'all evenly. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep the what I got first. You feel me? The one next to the Keltec. Oh no, that's a 410, my brother. Looking at a 410. If you look right next to it, that Clanfield Bucks, that's what she shoot. I ran out of my personal defense 410s. Well, I use them for other purposes, not specifically this rifle. You know what I'm saying? But for this one, I keep them Clanfields in there. It's more for backyard purposes. But yeah, that's a Rossi, my brother. You asking exactly what it is? I'm not sure exactly the model. I know they make a very smaller one that's the same thing, but a mini. Is called the Brawler. But I'm not exactly sure what the model of this one is off the top of my head right now. What's up, X? Hello from Germany. Love to Germany, my brother. I appreciate you. How you doing? How you doing? Mike said he never heard of a 410. What? Tipping on 4 55th. What's up, J Dog? How you doing today, my brother? Got the midday John going. You know what I'm saying? We gonna call you Zell. What's up, Zell? I don't want to butcher your name. I'm sorry. The facts. Love the Northern Island. You know what I'm saying? Much love the island. Said that shit must be powerful. Personally, me being a smaller dude, 410 don't do too much as far as kick and all that. But that motherfucker go far, and yeah, she got some good power to her. You know what I'm saying? Said I have both ends of quality. They still hit their target. Facts, facts, girl G's. Exactly that. What's up, Yang? Mike from Alabama. Yes, sir. Love to Alabama. I ain't got too many folks out there. Damn, have I been to Alabama? I'd have to ask my people when I was younger or something. Because I know, yeah, I ain't got too many people out there. But shit, love though, love though. X said, can you shoot? Not on live, my brother. But we shoot now. We definitely shoot now. Never heard of, never, not, never. All right now, Funky. Not too much. I talk fast now. I talk fast. I fucks with you, Funky. I know you talking shit, but you talking legitimate shit right now. But nah, yeah, facts, girl. I love the 410 though. I'm very new to it, so I haven't tested a lot of the actual ammos, shit that you could throw. I'm not too familiar with the smaller double lots and all that extra, so I'm gaining information. But I always show it love though, cause it's always fun when I shoot it. Do you like outdoor range or indoor? Out here is all outdoor ranges. Oh, you lucky. My outdoor is like an hour from me. That's where I go the most to shoot though. I'm an outdoor person. All my indoor spots, I got an indoor spot maybe 10 minutes up the road from me if I'm walking. 5 minutes in the car. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I wanted to go shoot type shit, I could easily just go shoot indoors. You know what I'm saying? They got like a little 7 lane spot not too far. But I'm more of an outdoor person. A lot of my bigger calibers, I don't, I'm not the asshole bringing my 450 with OEM muzzle brake on the indoor range trying to throw it at 30 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's an asshole move. So for the most part, I'll go do my pistol shit indoors, and then as soon as I want to touch a rifle or anything like that, nah, I'll wait till we go outside. Allegedly, 410 could drop porcupines 100 foot up a tree. What? Are you saying that from experience, J Dog? Allegedly, but nah, yeah, what? I wouldn't. Damn. Like I said, I fucks with 410, but yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not too fond of their capabilities right now. What's up, UK? They got a fucking jacket lantern emoji. That's hard. Didn't even know that existed. My fault. But okay, triple lot is 3 big pellets and a 2.5. Oh, and 2.5, 4 and 3. Oh, okay, 3 big pellets, but it's 4 in the 3 inch. Okay, so yeah, I got you on that one. I get you. So what was my question? Damn, I had a question. I just lost it. I think it just answered itself in my head. That's why it went away. I got you though. I'm following along though. Like I know most of it. You know what I'm saying? I got the general gist, but I'm just trying to follow along so I know it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? Shit for the FRT and the ARP. Working on it. I want to do at least one or two. I'm not too fond on them. The whole waste of ammo thing is very prevalent in my mind. I'm not one of those people that just do shit like that. But I do want one or two of them. Probably just one. I got a binary. I don't run it at all, pretty much. But I have one. It's built. It's kitted up. Uh, I might throw 10, 15 rounds of it and then grind my fucking teeth and be like, yeah, no, we're not doing this anymore. Damn, what do you say? Oh, shit. Yeah, sharks, get that shit out of here. Yeah, like you saying, it get old fast. That binary still is pretty fucking fine to me. I know FRT is pretty cheaper. It's pretty much cheaper than binary at this point. But I got into binary pretty fucking late, so I at least wanted to step into it. So if I feel like if I at least stepped up to FRT, I would have all three. Like I said, so a lot of this I'm just thinking yes, just to do it for the content, video purposes in the future, shit like that. The only reason I would pretty much do it right now, just put it on one rifle. If it come up in conversation or I think of an idea for some content, fuck it, run it. But other than that, nah. I would never put that shit in the truck with me. I'm not riding with no FRT in no fucking truck claiming this shit on my 300 like it's an EDC. Hell no. Range purposes, fucking maybe. I guess that kind of states my opinion on that. I like them. They sound raw as a motherfucker. But yeah, I'm not putting that shit in my truck. What's up, racing? Yeah, you looking at a blackout. The 16 inch is a 224 I just got done with. That's just parts and pieces. The 7.5 inch is a blackout. I'll zoom y'all up in just a second. Bonfire is feeling the maximum power, AK maximizing the guys off aura effects. Type shit. He said, "Well, funky fish, I may not be able to hit you at 20 yards, but I can certainly turn you to a peak miss at 2,800." Candy, what's up, my brother? Came in with the bullshit, yes sir. Most of the boys in chat can verify, yes sir. I might just say sub to my boy Candy and catch a live in the future. You'll see what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? And why ants carry switches on Drakes. Yeah, facts. That's retarded. No, sorry, that's crazy. A few years ago, it was just happy to have Drakes in the first fucking place. Now everybody wants full auto. Don't even want to go the three position safety route and do it the right way and be actually okay driving with it. They had to force this shit to come around. So yeah, facts. So yeah, uncle, suck my dick and come ask me in person. Gotta be ready. If he was an actual agent, he would know that he can't got no authority unless he right in front of me. But I'll let you have that. Yeah, appreciate you, Christ. How fast do you run a mile? Oh, it's been a minute, Candy. Uh, in high school, I was a fool. Uh, but it's been a minute, my brother. I've ran a mile, but I haven't timed a mile in a long time. So I don't know if I'm 5 minutes, 6 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But nah, lungs is healthy. You feel me? Nah, we crushing a mile, but I don't wanna, thump my numbers and say some irrelevant bullshit. You feel me? I ain't running no 4 minute mile. Hell nah. I damn sure ain't running no 9 minute mile though. We gonna get there quick. I just don't know how quick. You feel? Thinking about a Panzer G3 12 gauge, basically a H&K clone. Seems really good. You could slap the HK. You could HK slap a 12. Oh my god. Grilled cheese. Hey yo, HK slapping a 12 gauge? What? Hold on, you said a Panzer G3 12 gauge. Let me look that up real quick. I've heard of a Panzer before, but I might be thinking of a whole different firearm. Is this what I'm thinking about? Oh yes. Okay, these crazy looking fucks. Yes. I like this. Somebody has this. I'm subbed to somebody with one of these. Yeah, that's fire, my brother. Grab that. If you thinking about it, I like that. That's uh fucking that would be awesome even for the channel. You know what I'm saying? I see them shits and I always fall in love with them when I see them. I think Demo Ranch had it or something like that. Maybe just in the past. There is a channel I saw to that has one of those in that green, that first little green that come up on Google type shit. Like I remember seeing that, and it wasn't in person. It was on a video. What? And they cheat? What? I didn't know that. Mm. How the fuck? Oh, J Dog, my brother, yes sir. Said I need to find out why my 4-inch 7.62 ARP gives dead triggers. Ooh, uh, ooh, that's a great one. If it's giving you dead trigger, are you using an OEM trigger? JM in here eating cat food. Hell y'all got going on today, man? What's up, Chili? 4-inch for which 7.62? What you talking about? Guns, what's up, Link? It's guns too easy. Bring back sword fights. Hey, yo, that's a good one. Facts, though. We don't see that enough in the world. You know what I'm saying? Now, grill, them AR-12 mags probably fucking expensive, I would assume. I don't even know if I see those when I'm out in public. 4-inch AR-15 7.62. You the one that said that the first time, right? Yeah, clone. Are you using a OEM trigger? And then my second question would be, what type of bolt are you using? What type of BCG are you using in general? Make sure you got a proprietary 762 bolt in there to begin with. One Shot TV had it on today. Oh, word. I'm thinking they becoming a little bit more prevalent. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them I used to hear a lot about. Like I used to hear a lot of people say, like, "Oh, what's your drink?" They'd be like, "Oh, a Panzer. I want that Panzer, dog. It's that 12 joint." You know what I'm saying? So I used to hear them, but I never used to see them in content like that. So I don't know if they was just low numbers. People was just testing them out, seeing what it was for the future, and then getting into them now. But yeah, I used to always hear about them though. Using a regular PSA trigger. So yeah, my second question would have been, make sure that your actual BCG is proprietary for 762. Or if then make sure you ain't got no gashes, no nothing in your gas key. Make sure your gas key is actually lining up so that your bolt can actually close fully. You know what I'm saying? If you're using an upper that has the force reset or the force close, you know what I'm saying? Make sure all of that's stiff. Make sure you actually have a closed system. That was Texas. What up, my brother? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, sir. Pop out, rock out. You already know. How you doing on this wonderful afternoon? So y'all play house. So alright, now we ain't gonna do too much talk about the sword fighting now. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You feel me? Oh, you said you got a Bear Creek. You think that's where you messed up? Now I run a couple of Bear Creeks. People do say you might have some chambering issues. They might nick your chamber a little bit. Did you buy a blemished model when you bought it? Most folks get out there trying to save money. It's already a cheap company. You don't want to get something blemished that's already, you feel me? We're in the H2 phase 5. Mm, I'm trying to think of some more capable options or, diagnosis for you, my brother. It could be because if it was anything with the actual bullet itself, you'll have scratches on your bullet. Your chamber wouldn't close. You could tell when you don't have a closed system. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a dead trigger just because your system not closed, always inspect your rifle when you get a dead trigger. Drop your mag, reset. Sometimes you want to inspect before you get that bullet up out of there, so you can diagnose a little bit too. Don't leave it too long. But also, if you get a dead trigger, and you heard that primer strike, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you're not running bad ammo. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are pulling the trigger and getting the click and ain't nothing happening, just it could be ammo purposes, could be a bunch of different shit. So don't just immediately drop the mag and go to trying to inspect at the same time. You feel me? So I would probably have to actually see, the rifle get some more explanation before I start trying to, just give you random diagnosis. But the general gist would be, tap rack, make sure you good, make sure you got a full closed system on your rifle, make sure your gas key ain't jammed up, closed, or anything like that. But that would only probably affect you once you actually put the trigger. You would get one shot, but if you got dead trigger, that's usually component wise. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your star key and all that extra shit is good. What's up, George? Yeah, you looking at a Rossi 410? Good eyes, good eyes. Said the mags ain't bad. True, true. Liable option, liable option. You know what I'm saying? Because that would have been my next thing. Is I would hate to get it, and then I'm trying to run my 10 mag process. Just to have my extra mags or whatever, and then I'll figure out this shit's $60 a pop. I'm like, oh fuck. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Koala? How you doing today? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Appreciate you, Chili. Yeah, I fucks with that 410. 2025. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. You grab one or two every 2 weeks if you really just want to stack it up. If you don't want to do it bulk all at the same time, it'll make sense. Something like that, I can make that make sense. That ain't terrible. You said it's just pre-recorded. What's up, Jack? Nah, we ain't recording, my brother. We here. You know what I'm saying? Humans. I can't touch nothing, but humans here. You feel me? I wouldn't be reading everyone's name, I'm pretty sure, if this was pre-recorded. You know what I'm saying? I paid fucking 76 people to hop in chat and, and type to me at a specific time. You know what I'm saying? How much brass you saved up? Ooh, damn, Chili, why you hit me in the chest like that, man? I got ammo, but if I ever did want to reload, I ain't got no brass for shit, my boy. I got a few, just fuck around, kept empty cases, stuff like that. But yeah, I need to get on some brass, my brother. Definitely need to get on some brass. I can't lie to you. Not poor meadow. What's up, Muff? I never heard that one before. Poor meadow. That's actually kind of good. Give me that. 4 inches is gonna give cycle issues. Not enough gas from the barrel. Not an engineer. I just shoot sometimes. Right. But that's what I was saying. If I'm thinking like, if you're getting dead triggered, I mean, he's not even getting a shot off. If he's not even, igniting the first round, if he's not even getting first primer strike, then that's probably got some component issues. You know what I'm saying? Lonzo, what up, my brother? Got some heat. Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Much love, much love. I'm trying to switch it up a little bit. Like I said, you kind of seeing what you already used to seeing, but just trying to present it in new ways. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. Definitely appreciate the love, my brother. What's up, Joe? Feel like I already seen you a few times. My fault if I skip you. How you doing, Joe? Got an old 12 gauge slingshot. Ooh, I need to get into them old things too now. Like you said, we talking about 12 gauge today. It seemed like so. I'm messing up because I ain't really put too many rounds through 12 gauge for my personal self. But we getting into it though. The way y'all talking now, I might have to do it next weekend or something. You feel me? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What's up, Pat? How you doing, my brother? Yes, sir. We got all the bros in here today. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Oh shit, we got compliant in here too. Yes, sir. We got the boys in here rolling. How the boys doing today? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Yes, sir. Feel like every time I see some new shit. uh, like I said, I feel like gotta keep it fresh on the mind too. So presenting from different angles, different ways how to look at it, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Trey? You looking at a Rock Island, not a Colt, my brother. I wish I had a Colt. I love some Colt, but Rock Island type shit. You said you got a 12. You don't really fuck with them. What you talking about? 12 gauge, Alonzo? What's up, Nazari? I hope you could translate over there. But shit, much love. I appreciate you tapping in, spending your comment. Said the Lions. Hold on. The Lions come on next. So I'm just trying to get. Oh, okay. Appreciate you, my brother. I forgot it was game day. It's Sunday. Facts. Do the Bills play today? Or are they on an off week? I'm from Buffalo, my boy, so I ain't gonna cap. I don't watch football, but I do pay attention to the Bills a little bit. That's just home team, you feel me? But yeah, if my boys play today, I might have to tap in with the score every now and again. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying fuck Haro, son. Hold on, real quick. Why you had to do that? Why you had to do me like that? I'm saying fuck Haro, son. Battery life and BS warranty. I'm going straight direct mount with the SIG optic for the 43X. Ooh. Damn, I haven't touched a Holosun before. You saying fuck him because the battery life though? That's crazy. Uh, what the fuck? Uh, but yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I haven't. I hear kind of 50-50 with Holosun, especially with the battery life. Especially, I hate the ones that's like you saying direct mount, but the battery is under the fucking direct mount. Like that shit fucking annoys me. One of the reasons why the 320 gone. Yeah, no. Came with a fucking optic that you had to unscrew, that you had to take off the slide, unscrew the slide, take off the optic plate, get up under the optic. You gotta unscrew 7 fucking screws and take off 2 places to change the battery. Hell no. That shit is why I don't have a 320 anymore. What's up, Jose? He said, "What's up, fool? What's up, fool? How you doing?" Happy Sunday to the folks, man. Blessings, blessings. Appreciate you. I don't want to butcher your name neither. But Naldo, what's up? Appreciate you, appreciate you. Big up to the USA Mafia. Facts though, facts though. He said, "Damn, not the Haru son." I'm saying, right? Hold on. But no, though, I love you, bro. But try again tomorrow, dog. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, but you done put them 3 letters a little too many times. All right, much love though. But I don't know what the fuck you was just talking about, and we ain't gonna do that. I'd rather spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm going with the Romeo X compact enclosed instead of the EPS carry. I hear a lot of good about them EPS carries though. So your only gripe would maybe just be the battery life. I'm kind of assuming, asking slash assuming. You feel me? But that Romeo X compact might be a good one though. I want to hear your review on that once you break her in. Uh, I kind of like them Sig optics. I've been looking at other ones just besides them Romeo series or my little MSR series. And for the most part, I be liking what I see. What's up, T Shelby? I love your show. You know what I'm saying? Say what state you from. We in North Carolina with it. Type shit. I fucked with your show though. I'm about to rewatch that next week. I gotta get my Netflix back. But I want the durability of the SIG. What's up, Carlos? Are we back at this again? He said, I want the durability of the SIG. I don't care about the battery life too much. The SIG still got 20,000 hours. True. SIG lifetime warranty versus the 3 to 5 year on Holosun. True. Respect on that. Valid decision. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, I still feel like it's a valid decision. And that lifetime warranty is kind of like that buyout for me too. Yeah, facts. Ooh, sorry, brother. Excuse me. Looking for Jenny's Deuce 5. Well, I feel like I know what you're talking about, Joe. My brain immediately jumped to like a Saturday night special or something, but well, I feel like I know what you're talking about. Yeah, what time the game start? I think it's one starting now, ain't it? 4 o'clock. I think one started at 1, another one started at 4. It's usually 2 on at the same time, 2 or 3. Shit, I appreciate y'all staying with me, man. For sure, it's game day. We got this many people rolling in. Y'all the real ones. That's what it is. It's Saturday night special. Okay, yeah. I had a few older, like little 22s, 25s, 380s and shit that people joke around and see like, oh, you got that Saturday night special. But I forgot which exact model is the deferred one. You know what I'm saying? Because people call my Gemini as a fucking Saturday night special. They're like, yeah, bro, you got that little purse pooter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? Running the 407K on the 43X. It's a shake awake. The battery's still going almost a year in. God, dog. Almost a year in is great. And I hear good about the 407Ks too. See, now I haven't really dealt with them shake awakes. The primary arms on that 300, it swears that it's a shake awake. It never. It's usually on at random fucking times, but when I actively try to activate it myself, it never fucking works. So maybe I should have done a warranty thing or something. Maybe it is flawed and I just haven't realized it yet. But it does, when I use the buttons and turn it on myself and do everything I usually do it, it works perfectly. But my box says shake awake and it never shakes awake when I want it to. So that primary arms is my first actual go to, and then that's a pistol optic. That's a pistol optic on a riser. You know what I'm saying? So even when I had it on the pistol, it wouldn't shake awake. But I put it on the AR, and even under heavy recoil, first shot, all that, it don't shake awake. So shit, I don't know. I don't know. I've been running that for maybe 2 years now, and I've only had to switch the battery once. So I could say I don't. I haven't been shooting in a minute, so I'm kind of lying at you with 2 years. I had to switch it maybe 9 months in the battery. It did like a good 9 months, and then I haven't had to touch it since. But I haven't been shooting in a while, so optic been chilling. But I've owned the optic for around 2 years now, and we solid. Only one battery in. You feel me? Oh shit! I lost my spot. My fault, y'all. I think you said you think it was the Phoenix. Okay. I might have to look that one up. That's something. Yeah, I might have to look it up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Let me catch up real quick. We're gonna have to dive back on that. The Romeo X compact got the shake away. Only thing I don't like is I can't lock the brightness settings. Yeah, facts. That primary does that too. My Crimson Trace is like that too. I like the ones where you could lock the settings. I haven't even dealt with any of those yet, but I do like that. That's something I wish I could get and keep too. Is locking your settings. Actually, no, I'm lying. The Crimson does do that. If I hold the buttons and turn it off naturally, it'll hold the settings. But if I just let it turn itself off, it'll always reset. So yeah, my bad. I lied. My Crimson Trace will do that. My primary doesn't do that. Papa, what's up, my brother? He said finally someone I want to see. Good afternoon, my guy. My fault I was a little late. I told y'all a little minute, but yeah, I had to get some stuff together real quick. Had to set up all that good shit. So yeah, my bad, my bad. But we out here, we out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to check out that Romeo for the 365 facts. Like I said, I've been looking at the Romeos. That's kind of my that's in my big three right now. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on them just yet, but I will say I got something that's on my list. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all might know better than me, but the box for my MSR series ones say Romeo on them, but the optics themselves don't say Romeo. So I don't claim that I like the Romeo series, but I like the MSR series because that's what I run and that's what I'm used to. But the optics themselves on the box say Romeo MSR. You know what I'm saying? But they don't say Romeo 2, Romeo 5, none of that extra. It's just a series. So I'm not exactly sure how that works. What's up, Vortex? I gotta reread this. Beautiful, pretty princess beginning communicating gradually like a bird trying to woo a mate. What in the hell, Vortex? How you doing, my brother? I got 1.6 views on my second hour live early. Finally, God, yeah, that's good though. Nice shit, nice shit. Like you saying, it's a step up from what you was expecting. You know what I'm saying? Still compliant. Get the enclosed regular had issues beginning, but they fixed it with the enclosed. Okay, okay, okay. I need to check out the enclosed optics too for sure. Oh shit, probably look at shit. Gotta stay behind in the chats. You know how I do, man. I got there, lost my spot real quick. I had to go up a little bit. I might have started a little bit further than what I probably really was. If I missed something, y'all just ask me again. My bad. But I think I got all y'all. Says if prices the issue, don't do it. They pricey. Ooh, that's some of the things that kind of tuck me out of it sometimes. But I'm trying to get that out of my mind too. Yeah, facts, Papa. I see you. I'm kind of seeing you. I'm. I try to stay indifferent, but I see a lot of the shit that you're talking about, my brother. And like I said, I'm trying to stay in the middle of most of it because shit, my channel is my channel. You know what I'm saying? We pop our shit over here. Everybody chat as they chat. Y'all got your own rules over there. Y'all gonna run how y'all run. But you know, I try to keep it mutual. Show everybody love. You know what I'm saying? I just give what I expect back. You know what I'm saying? Most people keep it up, come over here and show nothing but love. So shit, we're just gonna try to keep it that way. You feel me? That's all I maybe expect from people. I don't expect much from people, but if I'm showing you some love. You know, if you come over here, I expect, you know, don't argue with me, dog. Just show me some love. If you got an issue, you know what I'm saying? We can email, we can talk, we can text, but you know, we try to keep that out the chat. You know, said what is that on the right next to the shotgun? Matter of fact, hold on, I got y'all. I was supposed to pick this bitch up a minute ago. We gonna give y'all a rundown real quick. So look, we gonna start from the pistols, just so we could go left to right. So boom, right here, you looking at a Rock Island, 1911. Damn, the lighting over here is boo boo. 45 ACP type shit, type shit. Other side, looking at a Ruger SR40C. Maybe the light will help. Light doing a little something, but yeah, SR40C type shit, type shit. That's from Ruger. Looking at a Kimber Micro 9. That's the ESV model. Right up under that, you got the Taurus Protector Poly in 357 Magnum 38 Special. Papa, if you still here, I'm thinking about taking the whole fucking finish off of this cylinder, cause yeah, it's trying to get all fucky on me. So I was thinking about either trying to make it that silver like yours, or just saying fuck it. I need to take that whole finish off, cause I'm not dealing with that rust. I done took that shit off 5-6 times now, and it keep coming right back. On the bottom, you're looking at a Taurus G2C. That's the Crimson Trace optic I was just talking about. Like I said, I like it a lot because it's top mounted battery. It takes the 2032, so it's pretty universal with the, you know, you could just go grab a shit ton of batteries, hold them to the side. It's an AimTech flashlight, green light on there. It do alright for an AimTech, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's just like a Amazon thing, but it came built exactly like this. I haven't changed it. I got it out the store like this, and they are a Taurus dealer. They're a Taurus and a Glock dealer. So I'm not even sure if Taurus did this and maybe somebody bought it and added this little back plate and then sold it the fuck back because they didn't like it. Whatever the fuck. But I know Taurus gave them that optic. That Crimson Trace in this plate system came with the Taurus. It was built like this. So I haven't changed it. I just run it how it is right now. You know what I'm saying? But change is coming in the future. Hold on, give me a second. The second build I want to do for that Taurus, I'm gonna back up real quick. Is this guy. I got a slide that's just bare bones. You know what I'm saying? Nothing in it. I want to do some color coordination, maybe some you know, colored extractors, something like that. I want to rattle can it a little bit. I was hoping Focus was gonna pop in here in a second too, because I got some questions for him as far as the rattle cannon and all that. Or shit, if you listening to J Dog, if J Dog's still in the background, I got some rattle can questions that I need before I just jump into this like I know what I'm doing. Real quick, this is my 300 blackout. This is that primary arms optic I was talking about, sitting on a riser, but this is a pistol optic, so it's a plate system that can go up under all of that too. But yeah, it's my 300. She legal, she right, all that. You know what I'm saying? So, cuz was trolling earlier, but you know, this my baby, this my truck rider. If not, I'm rocking with the Keltec. If I want 9, I'm keeping my Keltec fold up in the bag. If not, as you can see, fold up wise, they're not that much of a difference in the bag wise. You know what I'm saying? The stock pretty much is the only thing you got to worry about. But yeah, I like it for what it is. I always flame because I need the front sight, but we working on that. And then this is the Rossi. This is a 410 gauge. Like I said, y'all might know the model on this. If you know what those growlers are, those micro 410s, this is the bigger version of that. So maybe if I zoomed in and just caught it from like right here, you would get that sight picture, because most of them only had a grip and about this much of the rifle. You know what I'm saying? So if you know what that brawler is, this is the full size version of that. Also from Rossi. So this is the one I was asking about, Papa, where I was like, I didn't know if I should run 45 long coat through it because it's not labeled for 45 long coat. But with the type of pressuring the chamber has and the break action, the pressure that might come back out at the top and all that, I'm not gonna even play with none of that extra shit. But yeah, that's the Rossi. And then yeah, y'all, that's the Keltec 9 mm. Not too much to say about her. Like I said, she reliable. She do what it do. I want to change out that charger handle. That's why I ain't tripping on all that rust and shit showing up. I want to put one of those rubber charger handles on there because I do like the rubberized ones. Get a better grip on it. Uh, uh, uh. This right here is one of my newest runs. Somebody's asking about this guy. This is just an amalgamation of fucking parts. This is a Radical handguard, palmetto lower, just a mil spec receiver. I believe the marking is on the other side of that. Yeah, just say got some markings on it, just mil spec. I believe I got it from Optics Planet, just like a little $30 grab. You know what I'm saying? B5 systems. This barrel that's in here is a 1-to-12 twist 224. So I brought mags out for everything else. I don't have any 224 ammo. I'm working on that. So this is my first actual amalgamation of this. I just stuck the barrel in basically to a Radical upper. You know what I'm saying? So I just took the 5.56 out, rechambered the actual board connection itself, and then put 224 in. So that's this. It's just gonna run like a basic 16-inch. I'm gonna just optic it up. I might throw a grip or two on there, flashlight combo or something. So this will be my first iteration of actually building a 16-inch AR itself. You know what I'm saying? With the actual, M-Lock rail, all that extra. Everything else has been like M4, MOE, other shit. That's my full 16-inch. So this is my first actual amalgamation of 16-inch AR-15. So I don't know why the fuck I went with 224, but that was what the price was, and that's what we went with. So, feel me? Coming soon. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show something new on the channel. You know what I'm saying? So this is the first one I'm actually popping out with. My first complete actual project to show y'all. You feel me? And then right here you got the H&R partner pump shotgun, 12 gauge. Should rate it up to 3-inch. Let me see if I can. No, it's just a warning. Yeah, the labeling is on the other side. And then yeah, Papa, I was telling you about them Super X's yesterday. And then these are just some Upland steels. If I run into somebody with a 20 gauge, I was like, shit, I got my own ammo. You know what I'm saying? But she's not ready for 20 gauge. But I just keep them all in the same joint just in case I run into somebody at the range or something type shit. And then yeah, I just threw some mags up. This is the 410 that I am running at the moment. I got some defense loads, but I usually keep them in the judge. So with this, I like the BBs. You know what I'm saying? And then that's just your velocity. If y'all did want to see it. But that's what I was trying to understand in your chat, Papa, with the number 8 shot, all of that. And I know y'all was talking about slug, so I know this is a different comparison. But this is just also what I'm meaning by I'm just gathering information, starting with my shots, and then I'm gonna get up to the plates and then to the slugs and stuff like that. And then, yeah, you got some 300 blackout. I usually carry some 300 hollow point supers. And then you got some subs up under that. Just some ammo ink, subsonic. So yeah, type shit. So yeah, if y'all got some more questions, anything y'all want to break down on, something like that, a better zoom in. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to catch up with chat, but hit me with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to some questions. Yeah, let me catch up with y'all real quick. Let me sit back down. Hold on. Where we was at? Right here. I rock with our crew that supports the chats and they show us in. Facts. You already know, Papa. Appreciate you, Isaac. Much love. Said, I need that Ruger up off you. Hey, that's one of my babies, Papa. I ain't even gonna lie. If I had two, yeah, I ain't even gonna lie. Probably, hey, life is life right now. I'd be like, hit me on the gram. You know what I'm saying? But ooh, I gotta hold that one. The coating on my puppy don't rust. So yeah, change that out. Yeah, you see that, right? Everything else is fine. It's only the cylinder. The hammer, if you even see what it looked like rust, that's just dirt. That's just me being at the range. You know what I'm saying? But the actual cylinder, yeah, it's getting all types of fucky on me. Never on the internals, nothing like that. But I don't want that to spread to the stainless steel that's in the barrel or any of that. So yeah, I might just actually take it off, like in general, before it tries to do anything else fucky. You know what I'm saying? Because that came out of left field. I had it in storage for a while, and I went and got them because I thought about it one day, and I was like, yeah, that's not perfectly temperature controlled. You know what I'm saying? They say it's temp controlled, but like, nah. So I went and got them, and yeah, like you see how the AK look, all of that, they were all in the same place. So that's yeah, a lot of that was, like I said, kind of on my part for bad misstorage, but that's how that happened, and it hasn't gotten right since. And I've tried a couple of different methods, and it just come right back. So I might just get the whole shit up off of there. I don't want to just take a Dremel to it and take all the finish off. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I would and just polish it out, but never done it. So you know what I'm saying? What's up, compliant? Said I had to bust out the KS7 yesterday. I haven't shot it in a while. Ran some slugs through it. Posted it on the YouTube Shorts. Okay, yes sir. I'm on my second phone. Give me 1 second. Let me catch back up with the chat. I'll check you out. I wish I could own a Taurus. I love it for a snake gun. Yeah, facts. That 410 is nasty out in the fields now. That I can vouch for. I ain't gonna get into too much crazy snake stories now, but baby snakes, little snakes, big snakes, 10-foot snakes, all type. Yeah, nah, I vouch for that 410. I haven't used it too much in the Rossi. Like I said, I keep my actual 410, my big good 410s for my judge. But yeah, I stand on 410 now. I fucks with you having that KS7 too now. I only know one other channel that actually has a KS7. So yeah, I need to check you out in a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. If y'all haven't already, the channel is Papa's Pew Pews. Yes, sir. Make sure y'all subbing to these wrenches in the chat, my brothers. Anybody that I'm pretty sure that's even asking about a firearm, pretty sure they got firearms on their channel. You know what I'm saying? So, tap in with the boys. Put yourselves out there too. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get the community growing. We're trying to get some new folks that, want to put themselves out there as far as content, different purposes. If you're trying to gather information, whatever the case may be, this the spot for it. You know what I'm saying? We got folks in chat that's great at answering questions. It might not always be me. You know what I'm saying? I could point you to other channels that might be exactly have what you're looking for, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? Prime example, we got Right Rambo in the building. What's up, my brother? My fault, my guy. I'm just getting down to the bottom. How you doing today, my brother? I appreciate you tapping. But yeah, facts. Check these channels out. We got Rambo in the building. We got Papa's Pew Pews. We got my boy J Dog. I always say, if y'all just tap the crown, shit, even right now, everybody in the top 10, really the top 15, 16, 17, 18, shit, the top 20. You know what I'm saying? Whole top 20 pop the content shit. You feel me? So shit, looking for some hashtags, some new people to follow, new communities to tap in with. You know what I'm saying? It's the spot for it. We got a great community growing. We always trying to grow every day. So, I always take the moment to say love to all the people, power to the people. You feel me? This is the place for growth, education. We joke around a little bit, stuff like that. So we try to keep it all love and keep it running. Are you working on the range today? Yes, sir. Running the chainsaw. That's what's up. Yes, sir. Getting some new range out there. Might want to keep one or two of them trees for target purposes. You know what I'm saying? But nah, that's what's up. Glad to see the growth, my brother. Can't wait to see you pushing content out there. I know you already do, but like full range, complete, you know, type shit. Get on your Kentucky ballistics type shit. Be in the backyard on some Hickok shit. I believe you said that one day you want to put the plates out there and get the berm out there like Hickok type shit. That's my dream. I'll replicate that motherfucker. I don't care. We buying pigs, turkeys, all that, laying them out. We gonna get the gong, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Said you added some more steel, yes sir. I kid you not. That's one of the. If I ever, fuck if, when I get out to my country life, you know what I'm saying? I finally get my property. We out there big chilling. That's one of the first things I'm doing, dog. As soon as I'm finished moving furniture in, I'm eyeing where the range finna be. Fuck. If it's possible, I'm looking at properties. As soon as we looking at buying the crib, it's perfect. Uh huh. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We 3 days in. I'm still finna go here. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What sort of pigeon English is this?" What's up, Rose? You hearing a little bit of North, a little bit of South, a little bit of Eastern. You know what I'm saying? We from Buffalo. Got a little bit of Southern going on. Type shit, type shit. Said you missed my comment. It's to me. Address. I got tons of iron sights. Like, oh, word, Papa, coming through with the love. What shit? I got you as soon as I get off, my brother. Or if you wanna like, just send me a message now and remind me. You know what I'm saying? I got my don't disturb on and shit. So drop me a message so it'll pop up as soon as I turn it on and shit. That's love, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I really only need one. You know what I'm saying? Well, shit, I could, I need some irons for a bunch of different shit. But uh, I was trying to find a Ruger front sight specifically for the 300 because that's a Ruger rear sight. So I was trying to match the front reticle. You know what I'm saying? Because they all kind of different. Said I keep the shit on D&D. Yeah, facts. You want some car shit? What's up, Haku? Y'all killing me. Here come the comedy. I love it. What's up, my brothers? But nah, yeah, yeah, I was really just trying to do that for reticle reasons. But if I do end up switching it up, I'm gonna just take the Ruger off and put whatever match on. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to get a Ruger front just for that purpose. Only reason I'm not running a front. But the dot zero is pretty good on target and all that. But I do want to get that dot the fuck up off of there. I don't plan on running a micro dot on that 300, especially for a truck gun. Personally, I'm an irons brother. What's up, Haku? How you doing today? I'm just chilling, my brother. We outside. Like I always say, just enjoying the outside air. I can't say blue skies today, but we got some clouds up. We chilling. I'm out here with the shirt off. You feel me? Oh, love, my brother. I see you, Papa. I'm chilling for a minute. See if anybody else want to tap. Numbers doing good right now. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Y'all the good people. But like I said, open information. If y'all got some questions, hold on. This ain't no green screen. You know what I'm saying? We here. We behind the camera type shit. I need a hairline, so I will flip this motherfucker, but I don't feel like arguing with y'all about me getting a fucking haircut. So you know what I'm saying? We here though. For sure. What's up, Joe? Said it's AI. I wish. My shit look a lot cooler than this if I was pressing AI. You know what I'm saying? Nah, shit, my 51 people. What I need some advice on is this. Give me some color options, folks. Rattle cans, Cerakote, some companies I could screenshot. Give me something. I'm thinking of if I match this slide to the frame that's on the bottom, I wanted to do maybe like a OD green. I see you. Papa's beat me to it. Yeah, the zombie green to match my other slide, something like that. I want to just switch all the parts over. So hold on. Question chat. Y'all inform me today, especially maybe you, Papa. I don't care. I'm not gonna zoom in on it, but this is a general question. I got this slide off of eBay. You feel me? They took, if you could see the difference, especially when I hold it like this, they took them numbers off with a grinder. You feel me? I was looking at it today and I just noticed that you could still kind of see them numbers. You know what I'm saying? So I know good slides is good for resale purposes, all that. The numbers don't really matter and shit. But I'm not trying to get in trouble for having to destroy numbers. You know what I'm saying? So that's also the reason why I'm kind of keeping this bare bones. So if I paint over it, I'm not really tripping. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is my general question to the chat too, because I'm also not trying to get in trouble for them. Some shit happen. You never know what them fucking DAs gonna do to your gun to bust it down and ask you about parts and pieces and all that. So having that number scratched how it is, why they sell it like that or whatever, I'm just trying to make sure I'm good. You feel me? Because that destroyed number, you can still see it. You know what I'm saying? You still see the last two numbers. You can still kind of see the first little etching of the first code and shit. So, like I said, I ain't tripping, bro. It's open information. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm wondering about that. You feel me? It's just a slide. As long as the frame has your number, you're fine. Okay, yeah. He said, two types of green, like zombie or grass. Okay, yeah. Good shit. Good shit. He said, but watch Detroit win. Who they playing, Joe? Hold on, did I miss your other one? He said for sure. Make sure I ain't skip you. No, I don't see you. Who they playing? I've been hearing some trash talk about them Lions this year. He said check the state laws on the numbers. Facts. That's what I'm going to do. I was just trying to see what chat say first, because that just popped. The general question popped up in my head a few hours ago when I noticed it. But yeah, Taurus, they put it on the fucking on the frame up under your where you put the flashlight and all that on your Picatinny. Everything else is subbed up as far as your numbers, but I just wanted to make sure as far as it being scratched itself, you know what I'm saying? Because as far as the P80s, they don't got the numbers at all, and you good, you know what I'm saying? But if you got a scratched number in itself, like on a firearm, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that's universally kind of a odd gray line. So I was just trying to, you feel me, clarify that. The only trip They only trip on frames if you had a slide from someone else and it's different numbers than the frame. Yeah, they know to go by frame. Exactly. That's my thought process on that. Because when I paint 9 out of 10, the numbers get covered. Exactly. I'm just exactly. My main question was just it being scratched in itself. Like you can tell that they put a machine to it. You know what I'm saying? If I hold it in the right light, you could tell they put that machine to it. So if I did keep it bare bones, that's also why when I got it, I didn't just immediately switch everything over to the new slide. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, hold on, pause. Let me make sure I'm good first before I just walk around with a bare bone slide with a scratch number. I ain't really tripping on the number itself. I don't care. Like I said, I know the slide is good. I bought it. It wouldn't be, eBay would have dated that shit. But it's just a factor of, you feel me? That's just what I was nervous about. He said, yeah, next time this dude gonna be talking Japanese, most deaf. Hey, yo. I say it every day. I will, you feel me? You're to death. You know what I'm saying? I will, you know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Somebody to death. That is what I'm chambered in. I am chambered in, you feel me? But yeah, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna do my own research. I could go places and ask the professionals questions without having a slide in my possession. I can describe it and pretty sure you'll get what I'm talking about. But um, that's just my gray line. I just wanted to clarify. You feel me? Then I wanted chat input too, so I could go off of, just first input what chat say. You feel me? What's up, Phoenix, my brother? Said the 88 when it comes back from the Duracoat, the numbers will be gone, but it's okay. Exactly. Because at the same time, you also, most people, I mean, I do it. I try to keep a very good count of this. I have the tags that came on the firearm. I got my receipts. Even if I put it on layaway, if I'm doing payments, I keep all my in between payments, receipts, all that extra shit. So, I got my proof. You feel me? It's not, I ain't tripping on that. But my nervousness with that out here, I'm not sure if everybody PD do this, but they love, I'm gonna let you know I got it on the traffic stop type shit. They, always gonna make sure, check it out, check it, check your number, shit like that. So I have had instances where they be like, where your numbers at, or I'll be like, hey dog, I gotta take my laser off real quick. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, specific firearms, like certain Taurus, it's only under your pick rail. It's not really anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? My PT-111 is only under the pick rail. So if I'm running a laser and I get pulled over and I'm telling them, hey, bro, and they like, oh, no, we just gonna make sure you good. And I'm like, before you do that, I'm gonna have to take off my laser because that's where my number's at. So if you want to do it, I know you don't want to because that might be against your protocol. You feel me? I need the firearm in my hands. for both of our safety if you want to check this number. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, out here it's kind of odd. They, you might run into some cool folks. As long as you be honest with, hey, bro, I got my firearm. Shit, they gon' as long as you don't touch it, I ain't gonna touch mine. But some of them, as long as they hear about a firearm, they checking that shit. So you feel me? It's kind of if and but and in between, and I don't want to play like that. You know what I'm saying? If Popo want to trip too bad, they can remove the coding as long as they pay for the door code. Exactly. But in that situation, God forbid if it get too real, self defense, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't even care. You know what I'm saying? You might get your shit back and all the paint off and all of that. You know what I'm saying? They trying to see what was up under the coat, all that. See if you done etch something into the slide itself. You never know what type of shit they gonna push depending on how you acting in there, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Shit just like that up there too, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they be on bullshit in a lot of different places for a lot of different reasons. Mm. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? On 5-5, and I just ain't want to play like that on hood. I ain't even want to give him the.
Hold on, my fault. Headphones died.
All right, we back. But yeah, other than that, once I know I'm good, I'm going to get to the customization and all that of the slide, make it do what I wanted to do. But for the most part, I really don't care. Like y'all saying, I might just end up coating it and just, if it's covered, fuck it. Like, it's not, what else can I really do? It's not like I'm finna just rock it like it and press my luck. If I'm gonna cover it, I'm gonna cover it. But I just wanted to make sure in general. Like, it was really just a general question. You feel me? I'm probably still gonna do the project regardless. Type shit. Got tons of guns with no cereals. They sold. All I did was wore off some pot shots that way. Exactly. Exactly. And a lot of the times I'm gonna go back too, because a lot of the times on my pawn shop receipts they have the serial numbers. So I want to see what they do for that. If it's just an NA, or if they go off of the database of where they didn't trace the gun back so far that at one point they maybe had one and they just going off of that. Yeah, I got some questions referring that. I might ask some boys at the stove type shit. See if I could get some background on that. Cause yeah, that's a good topic. You know what I'm saying? I like to know about shit like that. Hold on, what do you say? Not gonna lie, I can't be trusted with a gun, bro. I would be like, put your hands up. Oh shit, voice crack. Yo, they got shots fired. Motherfucker, I'm gonna crawl my short ass away. Oh my god. Oh shit, that's hilarious. I hope you trolling my brother. Cause whoa, that's crazy. Diabolical. Said I'm autistic, dead ass. Whoa, I feel like we all on the spectrum a little bit. Just a little bit. Some people might be a little colorful than others. You feel me? Say, yeah, your paperwork has the cereals. That's why I keep. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's why I was saying I keep all that shit. Most of what you're looking at is pawn shop purchases, my brother. So if I didn't build it, I'm keeping all records. You know what I'm saying. Even then, I got all my screenshots of my online purchases. My emails. We start them shits as soon as I get my confirmation code. Anything with a number in it. Yeah, we starting them motherfuckers. We take all that and note it. You feel me? We got all that booked up. I feel like that's also a part of being 2A, making sure you good. You know what I'm saying? How we say, can't nobody take these motherfuckers. Nah, we stand on that. I'm good. When I say I'm good, I'm good. That's why I say we stand on that. It's certain folks that's, they just touching them, getting them whatever from whatever place they might be getting them from. We ain't gonna get into all that. But if you're not good, I suggest you get good, cause yeah, that's the times where you feel like you could talk shit just because you got some shit in your hands. But if you ain't fully 2A and knowing your facts and what you can and can't touch and why you got what you got and what to do with it and how to keep it legit, yeah, certain folks can take them shits out your hands. And if you fight back, boy, you pressing a dangerous and stupid game. You should have been more knowledgeable. You know what I'm saying? But that's why, I'm always quick. I stop, I ask questions. We gonna make sure we good, especially with the ARs. I kind of did my homework beforehand, but with the pistols, we still gathering knowledge. So like the same with this slide. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna do my research. We gonna talk to some people. Make sure we good. Especially if I'm gonna be posting this motherfucker on the internet. The fuck? Come on now. Before long, I'll be in. So like J Dog gonna be out. Uh, I'll be out tonight. Had a pretty rough fight on. Oh, hurt bad. Had to take the stronger meds. Damn, Papa. Said you good, but damn, what the fuck? You said you was getting some rain out there. Them red stairs. God damn. Yeah, I hope you good, my brother. What the fuck? I don't know if you like me. You know what I'm saying? It take me a lot to call a fucking ambulance. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hope you good. You know what I'm saying? I hope you took it. Ain't nothing too crazy happened. But damn, them stairs is a fucking fool. Boy, that's one thing I'm doing in the future is rounded fucking stairs. Them straight edge stairs. You hit the motherfuckers at the wrong angle. Yeah, you hurt for possibly fucking weeks. Mm-mm. Damn, love, my brother. Yeah, lay it down. Get right. Damn, you said the pride hurt a little. Oh, man. I hate even laughing at that, but god damn. I'm quick to slide down some stairs on the ankles or something, but yeah, fool, I ain't fell. Ooh, wee. Oh, shit, stay dangerous. What's up, my brother? How you doing? How you doing? We got stay dangerous in the chat. Said if it was earlier. He said it was earlier. Falling kids. Fallen kids are falling rail. I picked the rail. Ooh, rail to the rib cage. God damn. Mm-mm. I'm holding my rib cage right now. Ooh. Yeah, get right, my brother. Hope that shit wear off quick. Boy. God dog. Why did the screen just go dark? It's a nice setup, bro. Appreciate you, Dangerous. I'm just trying some new things out. You just looking at a weight rack, to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm just trying some new shit. I just like how I hold the pistols. You know what I'm saying? The in between, I might add some things. Power tools, some shit. Make like a cool little setup out of it. But I like it for what it is. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Reno? How you doing? How you doing? Told you I dropped notification you in love. Oh, facts. Okay, okay. It's like I said, I'm gonna stay here for a minute. So yeah, if they want to tap, you know what I'm saying? Love to the community, of course. He said, Rose said my content game. Why you say that, Rose? I'm pretty sure y'all got some fire shit out there, my brother. I would love to see how y'all EDC community is out there. I thought you earlier watched the short dude bitch slapped Haru. I was like, there go Rhodes. Oh shit. Nah, I've been seeing videos of them dudes trying to save their dogs and shit out the water. Like the kangaroos, they'll sit in the water, eye level type shit. Dogs are gonna try to fuck them up. Boy, them boys been trying to save their dogs, trying to fight the kangaroos and shit. Man, I just seen a good few of them in the last few weeks. I just be like, boy, what's wrong with you? Nah, yeah, that right there, I am not fucking with. I'm good. Facts. We got the brothers popping up. We got Pop Paws. We got Rambo. We got Dangerous. Yes, sir. How the brothers doing today? Y'all keep Papa in y'all prayers right now, man. He need to lay down and get his stuff together. Scroll up in the comments type shit. You know what I'm saying? We praying my brother a speedy recovery. Said the Rue had dude's dog bowed up, and the dude slapped the fire out of him. What? It's always over them dogs. I ain't gonna lie. If one grab my little pup right here, shit, we scrapping. More than scrapping. As soon as you drop my dog, what? It's over with. I'm straight self-defense mode. What? My thing is them claws. If I'm tripping, and they might not be as useful as what the internet try to make them look on my page, but shit, I'm worried about the motherfucking claws. That's my thing with them rules. We might joke about them, say we could whoop their ass, all that shit, but yeah, my thing is them motherfucking claws. I don't know. Saying we got boxing kangaroos jumping homeless people. What the fuck, Haku? Where the hell you at? Got some boxing kangaroos. Hold on, my fault. I know y'all remember them little pins and games from back in the day with the boxing kangaroo. I think he had a name. He wore a red hoodie. I think he was like silver or something like that. And they used to sell like pencils and pens where you press the button and he boxed. And they had like a cricket. I think it was something from Adult Swim, something like that. And it was like a cricket that could fight. And you used to have the pins that could fight each other until they break. Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I ain't that goddamn old. Hell, I took a 30. I'm good. What? Okay. Respect. Facts. Stan just said he happy to be off work. Yes, sir. Yeah, I think when he's in Popeyes, you said you had what, like 3, 4 hours. It's been 3, 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Glad you're doing good, my brother. Time to wind it down. Said I got. Hold on. 4 shitty guns. My collection is good. Might have to pick up stamps and said, Rose, what the fuck? Hey, yo, not stamps. But damn, Rose, I thought you had more than that. Shit, 4 is still gravy. Shit, if you getting the job done. Like I said, I done heard you talk about getting, your game, all that shit. If you got what you got, and this shit to do what it do. Most people that is really into this shit would say, you only need 1, 2 ARs, good little pump. You know what I'm saying? You just need your 4 or 5 gun setup. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the right people, you know what I'm saying? You might have some shit. Talking to the folks that want you to just show out and have some crazy shit, they might tell you some bullshit. But shit, if you effective in my eyes. He said, "Don't lie, Papa. We both old as hell." Oh man. He said, I got 4 guns out tonight. Ah, like I said, you only looking at, you know what I'm saying? What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You only looking at 10 guns. You type shit. You got gay guns. That's crazy, bro. They be tucking him at night when he go to sleep. Oh my god, not taking them at night. Oh my god. That's crazy. Diabolical. Diabolical. 53, 57, 45, the 88, and the 380. What's the 88 chambered in? That's a 12? Yeah, that's a 12, right? Not the 243. The 243 is the Savage. If I ain't tripping. And it's funny, Papa, you see what's missing, right? It's still here, but you see what's missing, right? I have not been showing that motherfucker no love, dog. I cleaned it because it tried to get a little bit of rust on me from the little story I was telling earlier. But actually, it's actually too small to sit anywhere right here efficiently. It's too small for the little red gaps, all that shit. So it wouldn't really rock. 380 is the bathroom. Mav is the 12. Besides the 45 nightstand, 357 waistband. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Spoken like an OG. Spoken like a true OG. Right now, I rock a bathroom joint. Keep something by the front door. You know what I'm saying? Keep something in the bedroom. Well, bedroom is the stronghold. You feel me? But you know, allegedly, I've been the type to just, we push it in places where it's conspicuous. You feel me? Where that's might be somewhere that you might have to grab a gun. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me sit my ass down real quick. God damn, 27, 27 to what, Haku? Said you got a 10 shot, 22 bolt action, a 4 shot, 308 over under, 12 gauge, 6 shot, semi. Shit, my dog, that's some shit, nah. 22 do work, my brother. 308, my brother. You can't sleep on no 308 now. 308 is king in my standards. Shit, you ain't tripping on 4 shots. When I'm at the range, I use a 7-round mag, my brother. Any other purposes, you know what I'm saying? We gonna up that a little bit. I only really run a 15-round mag for 308. You feel me? So like, if you're saying this ass because of capacity, I mean, you might have to switch up your mindset a little bit. You said, watch it back at night. They're gonna be under your bed, in your closet, in your dreams too. Oh my God. I think the G in that statement stand for guns in his thing, you know what I'm saying? For him it mean let guns be together. You feel me? The wife in the living room with the honey badger sitting in the lap under the blanket. Yes, sir. That honey badger is a motherfucker. The animal and the arms, you know what I'm saying? Set that 308 to put you to sleep in one shot. Yeah, nah. I hear that. I hear that. Nah. Last man standing, take that shit to the paintball war. Oh my God. Hey, yo. I wonder if they cool with. Well, shit, they gotta be. 'Cause people post content on this shit all the time. But yeah, if I ever go paintballing, I'm strapping a fucking camera to my chest. Straight up. I don't know about live. Doing all that movement, I don't know if connection and like view wise would be stable. But I would damn sure record if I could get like some real good picture quality. For sure. I ain't got nothing against that. He said, fuck that. I got hit in the back of the head and was like, hell no, this ain't for me. What you talking about, Joe? The paintballs? I done took plenty to the back, plenty to the legs. Pause. Double pause. But yeah, as far as in paintballs, I ain't never like, yeah, nothing too uh body shot wise. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my paint index on it is a little skewed, but them shits hurt. I will say that them shits hurt. Said the worst fist fight you had was over a damn paintball war for real. Oh shit. See, yeah, I've gotten in some scraps. Most of the time, it's dog. I had a wild childhood, my brother. We used to play the paintball wars with the fucking the fullies, all type of shit. We used to play it with the BBs, everything, whatever we all had. If we all had it, yeah, fuck it, we running it. Only rule is you can't lead a block. You know what I'm saying? So our wars was hood wide. We had whole neighborhoods playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So that, yeah, I've been in some scraps. You know, hitting people too personal. I've been hit too personal a few times. I still, well, no, I ain't gonna say still. For a long time. No, actually, no, I still got the scar. Facts. Shit, it's probably still a metal BB right on my shin, right where I caught that 40. It's like an inch below that, which is fucking crazy. I got a 177 and a 40 right on top of each other. Type shit. Yeah, I'm shot too. What you talking about? Oh, Joe, I was talking about the paintballs. Now I done felt a few of some shits now. We could talk about that too. But yeah, I was talking about the paintballs in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Daddy said no eye protection and shit. And then yeah, back then, luckily, by the grace of God, none of us caught. We done caught some cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Some cheekbones and shit, some sides of the faces, stuff like that. But you know, grace of God, nobody ever got hit in the eye though. But yeah, nobody besides maybe one or two people that rocked glasses and shit ever wore eye protection and was actually like, you know, coming prepared for the most part, you know, improvised manhunt type shit. But yeah, dog, we was in the hood, so you know, we was clutching BBs like they was real before we was clutching the reals like they BBs. You know what I'm saying? Remember them days? You know what I'm saying? You get eye protection, you just need to get it yourself. Facts. I got some pretty good eye protection now. Most of my range rated stuff is what I use in most case scenarios, even if I'm not, you know what I'm saying, just doing regular shit. But yeah, facts, them was the days for sure. Definitely missed them times. Them was the real good times. But nah, yeah, I done felt a few of them. We used to really just put clothes on. So for the most part, you know, we got some clothes that show how much we was actually into this shit. You know, shirts with holes in it, all type of shit. Uh, but me wise, I've only taken a good serious few shots. But yeah, them paintballs is something that yeah, I digress on them paintballs. Them shits, you get hit with the right ones. Cause you know they got all different types of paint, all different types of plastic you could throw through them, all type of shit. Yeah, some of them, ooh, I done got welded up by a couple of them paintballs. Out here, I don't know if every city was doing this a few years ago, where they was having them wars. People was just literally driving around in the streets having paintball wars in traffic, all type of shit. And yeah, that was pretty crazy. And it was kind of just involuntary participation. Facts compliant. Used to freeze them, all type of shit. Going crazy. We used to have We used to all buy buckets. We used to sit down, separate them into colors. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got the buckets with the red and the green and the orange. And then we'll separate it into three teams. You know what I'm saying? Everybody pick a color, separate out your color. So we got an orange team, a red team, green team type shit. So, you know, we always kept it organized, you know, especially when we was running block wars, shit like that. Like, yeah. So sometimes we used to all, while we was planning, freeze them up, not let them get solid. But, you know, so your hits know they stuck, count point system, shit like that. You know, you get hit with a certain color, you out, you know who got you type shit. Yeah, we used to go crazy, dog. I miss them days. enough squad out here to really build a team up. If I wanted to, I'd have to meet some new people and start from scratch. Yeah, facts. Just reminiscing on it. Yeah, that's also when people ask shit like, "Oh yeah, bro, what got you into firearms?" Stuff like that. That's definitely like stuff that from childhood that always bring it back. You know what I'm saying? I never really bring it up in them conversations. I usually keep it actual training and firearm related, but childhood wise, stuff like that is definitely what kept me interested in, just first of all, self protection, because that was like, we used to play them block wars and shit. You always gotta keep one with you. You never know when you're gonna find somebody participating. How they play them games now. You might have to see somebody, you tap them with something or put a certain button on them or something like, yeah, bro, you out. You know what I'm saying? They played it like that back in the day. So we had it to where yeah, it was like real life. We playing real war. You gotta stay protected. You gotta be on it. Like we don't care if you with your mama, all type of shit. So not gonna lie. For me, I used to do the paintball wars in random ass places. The crew I hung out with was savage enough to get most craziest locations like abandoned building. Shit was fire. Oh, you had an awesome childhood. I fucks with that. That was kind of the things I dreamed of doing. You know what I'm saying? I always used to bring it up to him. Hey, bro, find some spots. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to try. I went. The location I'm at don't really got big abandoned spots, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We got to move around, get located on it. But I was always on it. That was always a dream of me to do. Is like you said, get somewhere where you could just run it y'all own rules fully. You know what I'm saying? But we played it in the hood. We played it on our own street. The only rules was we pick a neighborhood, you can't leave that hood. We'll pick two or three neighborhoods, you can't leave these neighborhoods. Other than that, usually it was free reign. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you out in traffic. I'll catch you in Walmart. Wait till you in the aisle by yourself, walk up on you, and I might not pull the trigger, but I put it in your back like got you. You know what I'm saying? Like yeah, we used to be on bullshit with it. But like I'm saying, even as a youngin, it was stupid. I'm not gonna say this is anything smart. I'm not condoning anything I'm saying. I put my shit as not for kids. We grown. But yeah, practicing concealment, shit like that, even as a youngin, you know, you don't want everybody to see you with your 177 on you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you gotta tuck it up, keep it right. All right, you might see somebody, you like, oh yeah, I'm on his ass. Oh, Dukes just left him in the car. We young. All right, I'm finna walk down on him. Just being on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, I feel like everybody, you ain't lived right if you ain't had them times. Fuck it. I'll say it. If you into this shit and you really want to have fun with it, yeah, that's the funnest way to get into it when you younger. Yeah, just practice your ways. Just make sure y'all good at the end of the day. Like I said, God grace, nobody got hit in the eyes. Nobody had to go to the hospital. Feel me? We went home, explained it to our parents, and had a nice fucking day after that. Said Detroit was lit back then. Word. It sound like you saying y'all was kind of on the shit that I was saying. I would imagine a little worse out there. I don't know. These boys out here now playing manhunt with fireworks and shit. Yeah, that I'm not stepping into. I am good. I'm not stepping on it. We ain't fucking with it. What's up, compliant? You said so. What you got up next for the featured gun purchases? Keep it a rack. Uh, life been life, and so I've been holding a lot of my purchases off right now. I've just been working on what I got, keeping it focused on the budget parts and stuff that I can get my hands on. As far as next purchases, I got my eyes on a few Canics. I want the TP9 SF Elite. That's the one I got my eyes on. Store got one in like a Blizzard Snow Cerakote type, with like the white and silver type of look on it. And I really like it. I got my hands on it. I shot a base model one a few times, like just a flat black model. You know what I'm saying? And I like it. Uh, as far as like my ARs and stuff, I just got introduced to like the bolt action AR platform and all that. So I kind of want to step on it. That kind of caught my eye like a motherfucker because I want to do bolt actions next. Maybe like a 308 Savage or something like that. Most likely, I was just gonna try to find a 308 Savage because that's what most of the community run. I mean, compliant. You be on the channels, you feel me? Most of them run the Savage Axis stuff like that. Uh, So I was probably just gonna get an Axis just cause shit, I see him run it. It's a good runner. You know what I'm saying? I was just gonna start with that base model type. Uh, see what it do. But I got put on that and it caught my attention. So I either might do both for the content purposes and run all three because I got the 308 AR. You know what I'm saying? So I might do bolt action, AR 308. Compared to AR 308 versus a regular bolt action 308. Something like that. You feel me? So I wanted to step into that, but time. It's just time right now, and wallet purposes. Uh, he said so much. So how much lead you got in your bloodstream? Shit. Wish I could give you a straight answer, my brother. Oh shit. 762. Bolt action. Which 762, Joe? 5'1"? Talking about 762 NATO or 39? But yeah, compliant. As far as like next purchases, I got a couple of budget ones that I kind of want to grab up. A few more Tauruses that I want to just throw in the lineup. Some of them Toro models, stuff like that. I want to get my hands on a double stack 1911. But yeah, that's kind of way out of my price line right now. So yeah, I got my eyes on a few things as far as like stuff that I want, but actual next purchases might either be that Canic, and if I don't find or somebody beat me to the Canic, and I might just say fuck it and start stepping into these AR some more. Because I was really just waiting until I completed the 224 and the 762, and I got one more 556 that I need to just get some parts for and build out, and then all my actual builds will be done. So like I said, at first I was saying that just wanted to complete some projects wise. You feel me? But right now, yeah, I just need to get my paper right before I start just throwing shit out there. You feel me? Oh, a 3.9 bolt action. I feel you, bro. I feel you, Joe. See, yeah, that would be hard. Something like that would be good too, cause that also would be a good start. That's like you saying now that you're saying it, like I'm used to 3.9. You know what I'm saying? So I would get used to the platform without dealing with too much recoil. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be at the range trying to force myself through shots. That's kind of what I'm worried about with stepping into the higher platform. I don't want to not like it because I stepped into something so big that I'm forcing my way through shots. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my biggest standpoint on that. Like that's kind of where I'm standing on business with my opinion is I don't want to step up until I'm ready. So if I want to touch the platform, I necessarily don't want to start with 22 or something too small, but I want to get to something where I get my one, I'm gonna be encouraged to get another one and go along with the platform. You feel me? So I did want to start little, not like too little, but 3.9 ain't little, but at the same time I'm used to 3.9 in other platforms. You feel me? So that's also a good idea. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too far against that. I feel like I feel you on the 308. I got a lower I need to build. Had it for 2 months now. Yeah, get into that, my brother. I'm hearing that a lot of that is kind of iffy on getting hands on. You know what I'm saying, price line wise. But shit, I'm kind of lucky with it. Like I said, I stay in person with it. You know, I go holler at the gunsmith and ask questions on websites or what they got in stock before I do anything else. You know what I'm saying? Online is usually my last resort. If I feel like I just want to say fuck it and just pay shipping, you know what I'm saying? Usually I do my homework in person before, you know what I'm saying? So if you got something around you where you can get your hands on these parts and pieces, you know what I'm saying? Run it. But if you're gonna go online and try to, wait for sales, do all that, shit, I'll say wait you another month, get you some Black Friday stuff. You feel me? Other than that, then yeah, find your niche or find you some related, parts and pieces that you know gonna run, and you feel me? Do your thing. So yeah, the mechanics are popular. Might have to check one out. Yeah, the TP9 was the one I had my eyes on. The MC9, I think it's the MC9 Prime. Is the other one that I was looking at, and the MCS. I think it's the MCS Elite is what I was able to get in my hands, and I liked all of them, but that SF Elite stood out. Just picked up a 30-06 Savage Axis from the Bass Pro. Oh my God, 350. I'm saying that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, facts. That's hard. That's an awesome number. I like that. I like that. You heard my reaction. I said, "Oh my God, 350." If I was in the store, I would have been like, "Hold on, babe. let me slide to the side real quick." But oh yeah, that's a god. That's an awesome grab. Awesome grab. Been missing. I've been messing with the 9 mil PCCs lately. Want to get a Henry Homesteader. The Homesteader. I might have to look that one up. I'm not too familiar with them Henry products. If I did a Henry, I was looking at the lever actions, but I was probably just gonna do lever actions for fun, or not necessarily for fun. I ain't gonna say it like that, but that was probably gonna be one of the last things I touched was the lever actions. But I'm not too familiar with Henry at all. What's up, system? Nah, you good, my brother? You good? You good? He said, "What's a 30-06?" Ooh, chat. If you wanna handle this one, if somebody would wanna do me the graces, I'm not too framed on 30-06. It's a neck down cartridge of I'm pretty sure 30 caliber, but I don't want to butcher this explanation. So you know what I'm saying? E, if you want to step in, you said you just got the 30-06. You know what I'm saying? If you want to explain the cartridge a little bit, because like I said, I'm not too stanced on it. I'm not too familiar. I'm pretty sure it's a cartridge that's one of them very good intermediate cartridges. You know what I'm saying? But as far as numbers and ballistics and the actual casing of it wise, I'm not too versed. System. That's something I would love to touch too. But like I said, I'm kind of trying to start a couple calibers before 30-06 before I just be like, oh yeah, no, I'm finna just go get a 30-06 and stand up to the recoil and learn how to, you know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna work our way up to it. If I see one for a good number, like I said, same with this 12 gauge, I might just get it and hold it, you know what I'm saying? But I might not just be out there throwing rounds through it like I'm, you know, what's going on, doing about everything. But if you had to pick a topic, you're most knowledgeable. What do you know best? Ooh, that's a great question, system. I love the questions that you come in with. What topic would I say that I know the best is firearms related? Um, I would say off the top of my head, I could probably run you down on like most of the AR game, assembly purposes, there's different stuff to run. I might not be good with different brands and how to identify different things based off of what you're looking at. Because some people just could look at certain hand guards and Picatinny bases and stuff and see exactly what they're looking at. I'm not exactly that well versed in the firearms industry just yet. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's like, y'all would mention some of these as far as like the PSA products, stuff like that. I'm not too well versed in what some of these look like just off at the top of my mind. So, sometimes I'm not the right person to come to for certain things, of course. But as far as the actual work being done on the AR itself, I've been doing it for so long that I'm pretty sure I got it more than 60% down pat. I would never say 100 ever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what I know. I could read the whole reloading manual, get this whole shit down pat, become a gunsmith myself, whatever. I would never say I know 100% about the topic. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very well versed in the calibration, the assembly, the optics working, doping, stuff like that of your AR calibers and platforms. You know what I'm saying? Oh, here you go, Chris. 30-6 is their term for a 30 diameter cartridge from 1906. Okay. Ancient grandpa's weekly measurements. Here we go. Here we go. I love it. I love it. Keep the comedy coming. Oh shit, Block man, what's up, my brother? Same setup, Block man. Pretty much what you're used to seeing. I'm just switching it up a little bit, trying new layout stuff like that. What you say? Can I please be? Oh, man, Block. Right now I try to keep that very specific until I get uh a little bit better versed with the channel optics and stuff like that, because they don't like us having too much mods. So even with a couple of our creators, I'd be wanting them to make a mod so they can stand out to the new subs and stuff like that for sharing purposes. But they say when I add too many blue wrenches, it fuck up the algorithm and stuff like that when they pop up in chat too much. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get used to all my good follow up people that I fuck with, throwing them the wrench. But a lot of people that I am trying to grow, once they get to where they am, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna switch it up, present the channel in a different way. You feel me? But for right now, I try to keep it, just pretty simple. I got chat under control for the most part. You feel me? 762 by 6'3". Is that a mistype, Chris? I never heard of that one. 762 by 6'3". But yeah, block. In the future, my brother, like I said, we might switch it up a little bit. I'm a need a community of people to keep these chats rolling, shit like that. But for right now, you know what I'm saying. I try to keep it just me. The blue inches you do see is the fam, the folks, the folks that's really running shit in the background. You know what I'm saying. We tapped in different communities and different shit like that. So, a lot of them here for reasons. You feel me? Not just also growth. You feel me? So when I do run them, but for the most part, chat reasons, tap in reasons. I try to keep it just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in here having folks limiting people's speech, stuff like that. I try to keep this a free place. Okay, yeah, so that's 30 out 663. Okay, okay, okay. Now firearm question, what does a mod do? System, like I said, I'm still trying to clarify even myself on this. That's why I usually don't really touch it like that. For the most part, it's just moderation to chat. They allowed to like remove messages, ban people, stuff like that. I'm not sure what type of qualifications they get on actual like video uploads and like, community chats and stuff like that. So like I said, I'm not well versed. That's why I don't really just give it. a lot of my folks that do got it, that's my folks that I know they know what they doing. We talk in the background. I'm in their community. They trustworthy folks. It's love outside. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I ain't necessarily got it on lockdown, but until I know more, you feel me? I'm gonna keep that kind of community wise. You know what I'm saying? It's love, of course. I ain't trying to, present it like that, but until I know more, you feel me? Just stick around. You feel me? We'll do that in the future. What's up, Chris? How you doing, my brother? Hope you having a great afternoon, my guy. I'm just kind of running the afternoon dry right now, sticking with y'all as long as I can. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying my outside time. I want to get that sub 2K and Gen 3 compared to the Smith& Wesson FPC. That would be a great thing, Compliant. I want to see that. You looking at the Gen 2 now. Like I said, I like the Gen 2. It do what it do. But I feel like if I had the Gen 3, I wouldn't be asking people about recommendations on what to put on it. I'd be a lot more set. So I ain't gonna hate on my Gen 2, but I do say that Gen 3 is a definite good step up. And comparing it to that FPC, that's a lot better with the modularity and keeping your optics and stuff in line. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great comparison. You feel me? I would love to see that. The mod kicks out the bleep snatch mostly myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, in a lot of communities, I feel like a lot of the shit that we cover wouldn't really slide. You feel me? A lot of people don't try to get too deep into the politics, and I don't either. You feel me? I ain't trying to be in here arguing with y'all about red and blue and a bunch of shit that I don't even understand myself. So I keep a lot of that, freeze frame. But like I said, I'm not finna be in here with y'all stating y'all opinions because I'm asking for them and then limiting y'all or trying to limit y'all speech on some shit that's an open platform. You know what I'm saying? That's not who I am. So if anything, I would rather, like I said, modulate the community myself. Because once other folks' standpoint get involved, you're dealing with other folks' standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Does the Gen 2 twist and fold or just fold? It just fold. Uh, damn, I got it facing the wrong way. Yeah, it's a trigger mechanism. You open the trigger lock and it just folds straight up and it locks into the stock itself. Maybe if I could probably zoom in on it. Let me see. Give me a second. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to untangle this fucking cord from my feet. There we go. That's a little weird on the zoom, man. Ooh, hold on, I need to plug this up when I put it back too. So this is your lock-in. That little notch you see right here up top. That's your lock-in. And you take it down from your trigger guard. You see how that trigger guard is not connected to the frame. So you open it from the trigger guard itself, and then it unlocks from the middle of them two screws right there, and it just folds straight up. And the actual in front of the optic itself locks in with the top of that right there. Type shit. And then yeah, when you unlock it, you just pull that little piece back like a tiny, like an inch worth of a charger handle's worth. You know what I'm saying? And you get your full unlock features. I've never had any issues with it unlocking, nothing getting stuck. Those screws are pretty good. I grease them. I also grease them. You know what I'm saying? Uh, but yeah, I've never had any issues with anything to that capability. Now, give me 1 second, my brothers. It might change up the angle a little bit. I'm trying to get y'all on the charger. Here y'all go. What's up, Jonathan? Said you expecting trouble. never, never expecting it. You know what I'm saying? But we prepare for the best, prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying? Always expect it over your shoulders, though. You feel me? Always expect some trouble over your shoulders. Nah, keep your eyes open, keep your head on a swivel. You never know what's going on around you, even if you're on the other side of some trees. You feel me? Gotta stay alert, gotta stay vigilant. But yeah, man, we've been rolling for a minute, bro. How y'all doing today, man? What y'all got going on? All my folks tapping in with me. Say we got 10, 11 folks chilling in the chat. What y'all got going on, man? Y'all outside? If you outside, man, what you got on you? What y'all got in that concealer today? I've been moving around recently. I've been carrying my the SR40 that's sitting up top. He said he causing the trouble. Trying not to, my brother. Trying not to. I stays out the way. I stays out the way, my guy. I ain't no introverted person or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I try to connect as much as I can with the folks. I like human interaction more than anything. But I am one of those people that's fake paranoid. So when I'm in the real world, I stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? Farm Boss, Chainsaw, and Chill Plus. Yes, sir. Farm Boss, is that what's that, a Husk? That's them joints J-Dog like, ain't they? I'm not too versed in them chainsaws, my brother. I run electric. Where my, shit. I moved everything under the porch. Yeah, I run electric for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So talk y'all shit. But, yeah, I think I forgot what the Farm Boss is. That Shield Plus is fire, though. That first of all, everybody keep asking me what I'm looking at. I'm tripping. Them MMP lines, dog, I need to get me some more of them. My 2.0 compact put me the fuck on, first of all. Love to these MMPs. I'm tripping. I have not shown enough love to these MMPs recently. My compact is put up with the G's and the Glocks and all that. So I'll bring her out. I don't carry it nearly as fucking enough as I'm supposed to. But yeah, facts. Consider the Mossberg 512 gauge walking around in hotel rooms. Oh man, let me get the beer belly and I'll try that out. That's hilarious. Are you a Smith and Wesson junkie, Rambo? I feel you. I like the whole. I ain't gonna say the whole series. It's a lot that I haven't touched. The fucking entire XD series, the 2.0 series, the comp series, the like everything Smith. Like I want to say everything Smith and Wesson, but like I probably would show the entire series love. No cap. But my base model 2.0 and that 2.0 compact, yes. Oh my god, that's another one that I will say I put in the category as that Keltec. People look at it and they be like, "Ugh, like you like them? Get a Glock, bro. What you know?" People talk shit on them, but you put it in their hands and they get to shooting that motherfucker, and that shit shoots straight, and they on target, and they stop talking shit. They don't really say nothing after that. And I'm like, "How you like it?" And they say they like it, stuff like that. Yeah, nah, peep the difference. You feel me? I got most of the NMP lineup. Facts. Okay, fire. So you like how I am with the Taurus type shit. Okay. I respect that. I respect that. Like I said, I'm trying to be like that with most of my firearms. I'm trying to get like that with the Ruger. Like how Papa got the everything from the 85 to the 95. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get like that with most of my models. I want the whole SR series. I'm trying to get like Papa. I got the 95, so I kind of want everything before then too. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get into the 1911 some more, of course. Even with the revolvers, you know what I'm saying? I want my steel frame poly. You know what I'm saying? I got the Judge, but I want to switch it up. You feel me? What's up, Red Sand? You know what I'm saying? I know what you saying. Do you know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah. I definitely want to switch it up. Like I said, even when bro asks, like the first thing I want to step into as far as just completely fucking different platform wise would be that Canik. Cause I give Canik like an entire echelon of pistol in its own. You feel me? Like them nice, but that's like a whole different echelon of nice. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, you know, $5,000 nice, but at the same time, you feel me? From what I got on my budget standpoint, that's a good step up. So when I switch it up, that's kind of what I wanted to do first. And I was thinking, now since my boy J Dog finna get that M9, I'm gonna hold that down because he finna show Beretta some love, and I know he is. So I'm gonna hold Beretta off for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He gonna show Beretta some love, and I'm gonna let him do that. But I do want to show Beretta some love. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Will? Said, my guys, blessings to you and the family. What's up, my brother? Much love. Just got the 43X and FDE for the wife to match the Canik. The 19X. I'm sorry. The Canik is fire. Yeah, facts. I feel you, my brother. Much love. Much love. Same to you, my brother. Much love to the fam. Much love, respect to the family. But facts, the 43X and FDE, that's that newest joint, right? That just dropped out not too long ago, if I ain't tripping. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Had a fucking bug fly in my hair. But yeah, okay. Okay. Say, yes, sir. Okay, yeah, that's that new joint. All right. Like that. Like that. I likes it. I like that 19X too. So y'all got the matching peanut butter. Is it like a exact match with the peanut butter how they did it? I call it the peanut butter, you know what I'm saying? But with the FDE, it's the same FDE as the 19X. Get the Rival S or the TTI. I hear a lot of good about that TTI. That smoke that everybody grabbing, all that. That was kind of a little bit out my point. I was catching that Kennick at a pawn shop for a good price point. You know what I'm saying? And they had a good few options, and it's not really a busy spot. So every time I go in there, they've been in there. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why I have my eyes on those specifically. But what you say though? Let me screenshot this. You said the TTI or the Rival S. I haven't really heard too much about them rivals. I heard a little bit, but I don't hear too many people talk about a rival.